What is going on, guys? Collincdog here, back with our first Let's Play back on the channel, and I'm going back to one of the old Let's Plays that we never finished. But we did just Hearts of Iron 2 that time. This is Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game, but this is based off the Hearts of Iron 2 game. Yes, it is an old game. It is now, I would consider, a classic, but with the reiterations of Hearts of Iron 3 and Hearts of Iron 4, this game, I personally think, tops them. This is one of my favorite strategy games of all time, so that is why we're going back to this series. So, as last time, we played as Italy, and that will be the same here. So, we do have many start options, as you can see. A lot of these are fun, not as Italy. And a lot of them are fun as Germani, but not your mommy, just Germani. So, I think I played 43, 44, 45. Never successful 45, never successful 44. Sometimes successful 43 with Germany. But, like I said, this is about Italy, and we're starting in 1936. The normal start date of Hearts of Iron 2. The very beginning one. But, of course, you can start in World War I. And 1933, which is kind of cool if you're playing as Germany, or I haven't played as Italy before in 1933 scenario. Germany, though, is really cool because you can build your navy a lot better and get a lot bigger compared to what you would start with in the 1936 scenario, as well as your army and forts and whatever else you need to build. It is great to do it there. But, like I said, we are starting out as Italy. So we are going to play on the normal settings here, and I've put the end date for 28 years ahead, which I don't know if will last that long or play that long, but I do intend to get all the way through World War II. So here we go, it's Italy. Now, historically, as we all know, Italy was not a powerhouse. They were quite terrible, actually. Everything was quite terrible about Italy. Oh, I had to take a drink of that Diet DP. Not a sponsor. Still good, though. But like I said, Italy sucked. They sucked everywhere. North Africa, naval, air, everything. And we will probably still suck in the air department. Because I like focusing on air, but not necessarily as Italy. Germany will fly its planes around here and get into our bases and help us out. So we're going to keep our Air Force at a minimum and our Navy as best as we can, and focus mostly on infantry. So we got the game paused. We'll hit start game. Policy can be changed, so I'm going to go in here and go towards Hawk Lobby. Sync growth is down, production times are down, and diplomatic action costs are up, but all of those going down helps a lot. Yeah, we're still going to go Hawk Lobby. Okay, so we do start out in a war with Abyssinia, and to be honest, they are decently strong. It does take about 6 months to get through them, as far as in my experience. I usually do not bring troops down. That is an option, to bring the rest of your force down to help, but I normally do not do that. So I'm going to just fight this with our standing force. Now we do have some air divisions here to help out, and I will bring down some more air divisions here. So we'll go with the fighter, rebase, interceptor, and naval bomber. I don't need either of those. There is another fighter. We really don't need the fighters either, just because Abyssinia does not have a air force. But bring these guys down because we get an attack bomber and an interceptor. So we'll bring them down. Now, before we get started, also, I'm going to bring our Navy all into one port. This way, I can organize the Navy and get them exactly where they need to go. Because excuse me, if not, they're all spread out everywhere, and if you forget to do this, it can become an issue, to say the least. What do we have here? A fighter. Transport, okay. So all of our divisions are 1931? Oh, 1926. So there is quite a bit of upgrading to do. So we get all of our naval divisions moving. All them. These guys did not move. Did we put them in? These guys did not move either. Oh, and we do have an airplane here, which is attack bomber, which will help all of these. So let's go ahead and arrange our attack. Now, with Italy in this start date, we do end up with some resource issues. As you can see, we start out with a pretty low base. I don't know if this is standard for every country, but it does make it a little difficult. So we'll go ahead and just start with the 1936 Infantry Division, since we are already in 1936. Armor, I really don't focus on with Italy, but we will get the 1936 tank, so if we do decide to make some, we have a decent armored. Artillery is a big piece, but since we're doing tank, we may wait on that. Same with aircraft for now. Not going to go with anything, like I said. We may still research it. Production is big, so we do need production. Let's go with this guy. He doesn't have a gear, but that's okay. Let's see. Land doctrine. Now, I have played before where I have gone down the mobility focused tree. Land units, money attack, land unit, plant attack, desert attack. A lot of this is for armor, though. We'll go with the defensive focus. Well, what's firepower focus? Max organization. It's not, it's just breakthrough chance, assault chance. Manpower focus, mobility focus, land units. I think mobility is still going to be our best bet. So we'll undo these doctrines. And we will go with the mobility focus, just because we can get the best of both worlds, I think, with that. So if we do want to go tank in the future, we can. We do have a lot of good guys that can research this, but we're going to go with this guy here. It's only level 3. So that was our land. 1939, 1934, 34, like carriers, subs, destroyers. Let's just go naval doctrine. Doctrine needs to be good before ships, because you can have sucky, or not sucky ships, but mediocre ships with really good training, or really good ships with really poor training. Bad ships are going to win most of the time. Alright, so now that our technology is in play, we're going to enable auto spying. And we're going to take a look at this. So Italy does start out with quite a bit of production in the naval category. We're going to wait and hit time because it doesn't show you the full IC needed to create these. So we're looking at about... that might be correct. We'll see. We'll let it start and run for a minute before we update any of that. So to start here, we'll combine these here. We'll want them to come down here and attack. We're going to go ahead and attack here. We will support and attack here, these guys. And now we will bomb. We'll do ground support missions here. And then we will also do ground support missions here. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with these guys. I don't know if I can support attack. I can't, but we'll do this. I don't know if these guys can support the attack. They can't. So we'll just see how that goes. Not a big deal if they can't do well. Let's hit the play button. So we are... Let's do it fast. Victory already. That was my Air Force relocating. These guys can fly ground support also. Okay, ground support, ground support. Do ground support. These guys, are they out of range? Almost out of range. Fine, let's do that. They should be. There they go. And you can see as immediately as they start hitting, we rout that enemy group there. These guys will be around here to attack here in just a second. Let's keep going here. Got a trade deal. 5.8 energy, which is holy cow needed. We're losing 172 M50 metal. Let's check this now. Yeah, see, they updated. I see. Consumer goods can go down. We don't have any descent. Not worried about money right now. Okay, we're gonna just cap this at 15. Bring supplies down. We need reinforcements, but not a ton. So we'll put it at 5. Upgrades are definitely needed. We don't have 1936 yet, so I don't really want to do upgrades yet. Let's put actually all of that into consumer goods to rack up money, because if we do run out of these, we can trade with our money. Okay, so we've routed them there. These guys are attacking. Let's get them some... I don't really even know what this button does, even after all these years. Assign fuel and supplies for an offensive to the selected units. Will increase their supply efficiency by 50% for 30 days. Okay. So I'll give them more supplies to attack. So we do need to bomb these guys pretty well. Decent fight. Let's go ahead and move this up to set to extreme. This battle, this doesn't need a lot of micromanaging. Sure, let's upgrade a trade deal. We pushed him back here. Our militia. Let's give these guys offensive as well. There we go. Victory, victory, victory. Just gonna wait for these guys to regain some organization. And we're going to attack here. Oh. Okay. Deploy one of our new ships. Let's go ahead and get all these guys moved into one province so we can get them all organized. Okay, victory. So we went ahead and moved in here. Attacking these guys. Let's go ahead and support this attack. Purchase leased and outdated equipment. National War Bonds. What does this do? This is sent by 2%, but we do get... Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the War Bonds. Outdated unit. Interceptor wing. Nah. Convert convoys into transports. Enact general mobilization. Let's hold on to the funds right now, because we're going to need them, it looks like. Let's see if we can't trade. Germany does make a lot of energy. So let's see what we can get off of Germany here. Future ally. Surely we can get a good deal. Wow. Okay. That is no good deal there. Max of 3. What can we get? Nothing? Because we're in a war? maybe. But you can see the production hit here. Quite crazy. Okay, well, we'll keep trucking along with our terrible supply. Okay, so one there. I'm gonna wait for these guys to come down first before we attack. Germany is offering us a deal. They want oil though. Or they're giving me oil. Iran, give me oil. For Persia. Okay. Mission finished. Those are my bombing squads. I think if I reorganize these to tac bomb. Okay, let's fly these guys. Ground support. There we go. We'll just put it till 1937. I'll get these guys. Stop these guys before they actually go that long. Okay, we got another victory there. Moving down. Come on, come on, come on. I'll be there February 10th. Almost there. Oh, cool, secret weapon breakthrough. Research is going good. Another victory. Keep moving. You guys are moving. Okay. That's assault here. This is a big chunk. Forces. I don't know if we're going to be able to break them. Decline. Nope, I don't think so. We're going to halt the attack there. Once we move into position here, though, we'll be able to. And that's a large chunk of troops. Let's see. Oh, they moved away some of their divisions. These guys, okay, they just moved. Let's go ahead and hit here. These guys are going to support the attack. Go like that. Victory, victory. Okay. Another victory there. So I'll wait to attack with the... Okay, there's where our reinforcements need to come into play. Actually drop the consumer goods. Get adequate reinforcements. Because our guys are running kind of low here. Alright, so they're going to be there on April 23rd. These guys are going to be here on April 1st. The 17th of March. See, Abyssinia is really hard to move through. We only have to take really that province before we can annex them. This is Italy's issue. Ooh, a lot of pop-ups. Okay, victory, victory, victory. Like I said, I'm speeding through this right now because I know we're going to win the Abyssinian War. So we want to attack here because this leads us to be able to support an attack on the capital. Win that with no problem. Lots of victories across the map. Anytime they move new units into these provinces, I'm getting victory notifications. That is getting close. We need to support this attack here. There we go. Okay, keep marching. Every time they move someone in, though, it's taking longer. May 3rd. Almost there. May 3rd, May 3rd. Victory, victory, victory. Go. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and make a push for the capital. Supporting the attack on all ends there. Floating fortress is done. So some of our naval tech. Also, let's continue that. No, we're not accepting peace. We're only accepting total defeat, or total victory, I should say. Okay, we're taking them in 19 units, so they're 12. Oh wow, they have 18. Is that 1897 militia and 1907 infantry? Do you realize how outdated their equipment must be? Jeez. Oh, we got this. Okay. Victory, victory. Moving in on their capital now. Okay, one of our other ships, a destroyer, is done. And I love having a nice navy. I know I'll show you my strategy here in a few minutes once this is over. And really we don't need a big navy, but I like having it, so if we do want to expand further than the Mediterranean Sea, we can. So there is their capital. Can we annex them? They accepted. Abyssinia is gone. So now we have all these troops here. Granted, a lot are militia, but we are not going to defend Abyssinia. As you can see, there's a lot to defend from a very strong UK. So my goal, my strategy, make sure I got those guys there. These guys back up to Rome. Okay, so my strategy is going to be when World War II starts, or not when World War II starts, before World War II starts, we are going to make an attack that I think, I don't know if I demonstrated in my first Hearthfire 2 Let's Play. We attacked Saudi Arabia and took Saudi Arabia. In this, our first attack, other than Abyssinia, is going to be on Republican Spain. Now, Republican Spain does get usually this lower part, and what's nice about that is if we can capture at least this province. I like to capture more because there are some resources and IC in this area, but if we can capture this gives us a land crossing to Gibraltar, which, as many of you may know, Gibraltar allows you to control this sea pass, which right now is by Great Britain. So by blocking this, Great Britain can't bring ships into the Mediterranean here. They have to go all the way around the bottom of Africa and up through the Suez Canal. Well, we have a perfect opportunity to get to the Suez Canal and secure it, as Italy as well. So that's what we'll do. We'll secure the Suez. Then the Mediterranean is practically safe from any kind of ally assault. As far as landings go, which will secure the home Italy and will secure our upper flanks here, as we are not going to station troops there to protect the ports. So this allows us to control the Mediterranean, take all the islands that will not belong to us, and then help Germany as far as on the little things here and there. And we will try to take all of Africa. Then what gets hard though is the British Raj, which has a lot of troops from the Indian army here that will be pushing this way through Iran and into Iraq and try to retake the Mediterranean. That is hard to defend. If Syria doesn't get involved, oh, excuse me, I yawn. If Syria doesn't get involved, we can defend these desert passes. Worst comes to worst, we can defend here as well. We're going to try to push them into Iran and take all of Iran to help Germany attack into the bottom of the Soviet Union, hopefully capturing the oil fields. So that is my game plan, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So now we aren't running such a large deficit in production. So we'll go ahead and get this updated here. 16 supply, get our consumer goods up. We'll lower reinforcements. Now, is 1936 tech done yet? Is not, is very close. So we'll go ahead and start the upgrades. I'm going to leave a little bit more icy for some more naval tech here. So we do have, we already have 2 battleships being made, some lower class battleships and some light cruisers. What does our navy consist of that we need? So we have quite a few old heavy cruisers, quite a few light cruisers, quite a few destroyers, some really old destroyers, and some transports. So we're going to go ahead and create some more updated battleships. Well, with Germany in 1933, these only cost about 2 IC. This is running us at 4. Create one more then. Only create one. And we will roll with that and see what happens. Cool, so it's June. We are just waiting now for... Now these troops here are not going to be in the assault on Spain. So we're going to combine these guys and we'll break them off here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we do kind of need to get some upgrades going so when we fight Republic in Spain, we at least have some updated infantry. As these guys are, some of these guys are still 1926, which is pretty outdated at this point. Sure, because I kind of want to keep our mountain and cavalry together. Yeah, we'll go with that. Move these guys down here. There we go. Okay, so we need to get this situated real quick. So heavy cruisers, that's 5. And that. Get the most updated light cruisers. Five heavy, 5 light. I'd like to get, and I want them to kind of have the same range. I'll have another 5 light. Now for destroyers, do the 5s. There we go. It's quite a few destroyers. We'll get some subs here as well. I feel like we're missing some ships. Nope. Okay. And now let's get the subs. Subs usually have a really large max range anyways. So we'll still put some number 4s in there. This gets us a decent navy. Then we'll really get a good navy when these battleships finish. Even these. We'll all stick them into that navy, and that'll be our main attacking flotilla. Alright. And we have hit about the 30-minute mark. So I am going to call this part 1, and it's just the gearing up for war. Hopefully next episode we'll get into the Republic in Spain part. We will see. But I'm going to go ahead and I might record the second part tonight. We'll see. But thanks for watching, and we will see you here in just a few minutes. Possibly. Thanks.